Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another live session today. I hope everyone is having a great time, actually, wherever you are in the world, wherever you are watching us from. Also, I would like to welcome the new viewers on our channel here at MarketMinds Mastery. We try to put the most accurate and valid information to serve you guys and all of our community as great as possible it can be. So let's get started. Here we see the chart of the Australian dollar against the US dollar. Let me bring on my Bollinger. So what's going on here? It was a resistance, price sold off. It went outside of the upper band and then it's not back inside, so we do expect some more correction at this point, but there is a strong inside support at this point here where price just found some support yesterday, so we can see some push to the upside. Let's check the 4 hour. And a nice rejection on the 4 hour. It's like a bullish engulfing based on the bodies, but let's zoom a little bit. Yeah, but that's an inside candle as well. It engulfs the body, but it didn't create a new structure, a higher high and a higher low. It stays inside, and another double inside during the Asian session. So a breakout that can be seen as a symmetrical triangle on the lower time frames. If you go on the 15-minute chart, you're going to see the symmetrical triangle pattern around the strong support, an inside support, and a breakout must lead the price to a momentum. Now, for those who are going to trade intraday length for the rest of the day, keep an eye that on the 4-hour chart, here is the next area of resistance. So there is pretty much room for opportunity, about 16 pips, so we can capitalize on the 15-minute chart if that's possible. That's the 15-minute chart. We can we can draw this trend line here. Price make 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a tentative trend line. We wait for a correction and we can take a long on this pair. Next one on the list is the euro against the US dollar. The euro came strong. We were holding some positions yesterday. Afterwards, the euro became stronger. It gained some strength. So the price action here from this inside support we drew a couple of days ago, the price rejected it on the lower time frames and it moved upward. Now, because the price still created, and here is what traders, they don't get it right. This candle here and this candle here, they have, this is lower than this high is lower than this high. And also this low is lower than that low here. Do you guys see it? Let me bring up another drawing. Oh, sorry. This one here. You see this candle high and this candle high, they have a lower high, and this candle low and this candle's low, they created a lower low. So technically it's still in a downtrend. On the lower time frames, you're gonna see maybe not that shallow swing, but maybe something like this, okay? But it still shows a downtrend here. And that's where, guys, you have to understand the dynamics of the market and how the market moves. So on the 4-hour chart, though, yes, yesterday it was this maybe temporarily moved to the upside and price reaches these areas of 4-hour resistance. But this morning, we see the price that during the Asian session, the sellers took control. It wasn't any more buying activity. Price closed bearish, as a bearish engulfing. So let's see if this is going to lead for further weakness. Price to visit this area here. Maybe it's going to create a bullish engulfing and keep trading to the upside The next strong area of resistance found to be this one here, okay, based on technical analysis. With one MarketMinds Mastery here at 1.0749, or the next support can be found on this inside 4 hour resistance. That is broken and it can act as support, of course. Now, next one on the list is the Great British Pound against the US dollar. Here is clear price makes lower highs and lower lows all the way. It's been 3 trading days because we are on the daily chart, and therefore we expect it to maybe see some more weakness. Who knows? When the price leaves these tails behind, it doesn't show that much of information, especially when it moves in the opposite direction from the predominant trend. But if we go on the 4 hour chart, yeah, price made this move to the upside and it's not backwards. It's a bit messy. It's beneath the 200 period moving average and above the 50 period moving average and below the 20 period moving average of the Bollinger Band. So that's a bit weird. Okay, too much of confusion on this one, so I'm not going to look at that. On the daily chart, the Kiwi against the US dollar yesterday sold off with the Australian dollar. You know, commodity currencies, especially the Aussie and the Kiwi, usually they tend to have some similar behavior. Okay, so we're not surprised about that. Now, today, what do we expect? We are in the middle of nowhere, and in the middle of nowhere, on no man's land, I don't expect anything. Okay, I can't create. Let's say if you ask me to pick up a direction, I'll go to a lower time frame and try to find some kind of trade double pattern, if that will be the only pair you ask me to trade today. Okay, but if I have the choice, I will stay away from that, because let's say on the daily chart and on the 4 hour chart, price is not at a support, neither at a resistance, and it's a bit hard to say for sure this is going there or this is going up or down. Okay, now if we zoom out on the daily chart though, and we can see that overall it's in a downtrend, because here it was the register high, then that was the low that created this high, so we take this as the swing low, and that's a valid one. Then price broke below, let's say after this consolidation, this is the base. Now price didn't make a higher than this high here, so it's pretty much, we can say we are in a downtrend, and based on this picture. All right, so if you want to trade on the 4 hour chart, the 4 hour chart doesn't support downtrend. Okay, it may be gonna end up as a head and shoulder reversal pattern, but for high probability trades, we have to wait for the price to break below this upward neckline, and then we're gonna try to capitalize all the way up to here. All right, guys. Next one, USD Canadian dollar. I entered long on the bullish engulfing yesterday, as I told you on the live, and I closed the trade just towards the end of New York session. So that was a simple trade, to be honest. It wasn't any kind of swing trading because it was a little bit clustered with the dollar index, but despite that, I expected price to find resistance today because of this inside. Guys, I know that many of you don't know what is an inside resistance, what is an inside support. But because I understand those who teach you how to trade, they are with all respect to everyone that teaches trading, absolutely. I support and I embrace everyone and that teaches you guys how to trade. But there are some things as certified financial technical analyst that I am extremely knowledgeable and much more in depth how to create a technical analysis and why price moves in that certain way. There are people, they like to trade only smart money concept, something that I have a different opinion on that, because what we see as a retail traders and what information we can extract from the charts as retail traders, it's a little bit different than how the actual hedge funds and big corporations and big banks, they are trading using this method. So it's like you give me a car that goes with 400 kilometers an hour, but you put me on an off-road. So, and it's a low car, let's say it's a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, and you put me on an off-road. Okay, so regardless if I have the best vehicle, if the conditions are not much, I won't be able to perform at best with that. Okay, and I think that was the easiest example I could use. Again, if many different ideas work for different traders and they can associate and they can make money and they're profitable with that, that's absolutely fine. That's fantastic, actually. Okay, and at the end of the day, that's all what matters. So on the USD Canadian dollar, at this resistance, we do expect the price to move lower. Okay, but until where? If it's going to come lower, and we take in consideration that here is an impulse move, all right, then we can draw also our FIB. Guys, this is something I teach us on a private coaching day in, day out. Now I'm creating, I believe, one of the best courses they're going to be out there, because I will explain everything what I show you here, okay, in extreme detail. So you guys, you just need to like trading, and trust me, when you're going to have the course, you're going to be able to learn every single thing from a professional and qualified point of view. So minimum retracement, we expect to see it's the 38.2% of the FIB, and if the price moves lower, the 0.5 and the 0.61. Okay, that's the minimum. But so, and here is the thing, because we don't have a reference for lower highs and lower lows yet, we have only this reference here, the high, the low, but we are missing the okay, that's a confirmation for the other swing, lower high, but we are missing the lower low to confirm establishment of a trend. Next one, USD CHF on the daily chart. Again, something I don't want to get involved with that. We pointed out this head and shoulder reversal pattern here. Let me point it again. That's the head, left shoulder, right shoulder, neckline, broke with the bearish Marabozo here, and price came and retested this 200 period moving average just below the Bollinger Band. Let's see if it's going to move to the downside and complete this pattern. Now, minimum completion of the pattern, if we measure, let's see where we're going to find that tool. Now, it's not a tool I use very often, but because I do it with the FIB, but I'm sure many of you are more familiar with this tool here. So up from there, so minimum expectation for the price to move up upon completion of this pattern is this distance here, which matches perfectly with this support you guys see here. Okay, so keep that in mind in case the price continues to complete this head and shoulder pattern. We do expect the price to to travel minimum at 0.8120. Next one on the majors list is the USD/JPY. USD/JPY, it compresses at the top here. There are some monthly resistance. It's a bit of a weird situation with the Japanese yen. They kept the rates again unchanged at minus 0.1%. Let's see what's going to happen. I really don't have any kind of bias here because price makes a, let's say, a higher high, then it retraces almost 100% and it penetrates this monthly resistance. Now it's up there, so it's not clear. Either I will wait for the price to come here, reject it and go short, or I will wait for the price to come here, reject it and see if I will go long. Okay, on the Euro/JPY, I got a losing trade yesterday, which that's okay. I mean, losing trades is a part of the game. So this bearish engulfing, it was very well structured, combined with bearish divergence, right at the strong resistance, but price didn't move to the downside. So it created a new impulse, led to the upside. And now is trying to, if it's going to close in the next few hours, let's go on the hourly chart. That's a bearish engulfing, very strong bearish indication. If we're going to see continuation and follow through, yeah, I would expect to see the price to travel somewhere at these resistance levels, around 161.07. You can mark it on your charts as well. And Great British Pound against the JPY. Bullish engulfing on the daily chart, right at the upper band. I prefer to sell rather to buy up on a strong price action. So far, there is nothing screaming out. The bands are getting flat, so consolidation. So the consolidation is also confirmed by the flat bands, if you prefer that. I'm on the sideline, German 40 for our friends. They like to trade German 40 on the daily chart. We are above the 20-period moving average. It's a bit of a confusion here because this is a downtrend, a clearly defined downtrend on the daily chart. Retracement at 61.8% of the fib, but price didn't follow through. Yesterday, we remain above the 20-period moving average of the Bollinger Band, and price printed a higher close, as you see here. So we do expect RSI, it's about 50, and this is bullish. We do expect more bullishness to come on the German 40 today. And I mark the resistance and the support here, so you guys have reference. The daily high and the daily low, because we're going to trade it intraday, obviously. So on the 15-minute or 1 hour chart, depends where we're going to find the appropriate market conditions. Gold, for our friends, they trade gold. Still bearish on the gold. It was one of the easiest pairs to pick up based on our weekly analysis, and this insight hammer at resistance, it was screaming for shorts. On the 4 hour chart, we are trading lower and lower highs, lower lows all the way. You see, we surpass all the supports we comment about. So let's find the next support. If the price is going to keep dropping lower, then the next support is this one here. We are close to this support. You can mark it on your chart, very close to 1945.13, and if price going to surpass this support, then the next one is found to be this one here, 1908.9. Okay, if it bounces, maybe we're going to see some more bullishness. I don't see any questions on the chat, so I think I will end the webinar. I hope you find a lot of value, guys, on this daily market insights. I wish everyone to have a fantastic day ahead. Happy trading. Please make sure you engage with the channels. If you need private coaching, feel free to reach out to me. You can check all my social media. It's there. Also, I'm not a social media guy to play around with social media. I try only to put the content that is relevant for trading rather than for any other purposes. Okay, I'm purely a trader, a coach, and educator. That's what I do for living. So feel free to reach out to me to see how can I best serve you or your community if you belong to communities and all this stuff. All right. Again, have a fantastic day ahead. Happy trading. And I look forward to see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you.